beautiful people. This is Chantel Talks, and today we're going to talk about it. Now, I wanted to implement like a KeKe and Sib type of situation, no pun intended, not on the docket today, but we're going to work on that because I love to draw, I love to paint, I want to be able to share my talents with you guys, and I think it's something that would be nice to just kind of introduce. Painting is very therapeutic, so hopefully once it happens, you guys can get into it. But today, we still got a little KeKe. We don't have no paint, but we got a little KeKe for you guys. The celebrities have been showing out and acting out, and today we're going to talk about it. Now, yes, we outside because it's Sunday. My whole family's home. It's a little rambunctious up in there. So I had to find a safe space. Hopefully you guys enjoy my channel today. Let's get into it.
Really, Usher walked up on her. But, man. Why your butt cheeks out? Oh, okay. She initiated that. Then her man said, it's the outfit though. You a whole mom with your butt cheeks out on stage with Usher. In a nutshell. Oh, he did say booty cheeks. Okay. I didn't read that part. Your booty cheeks out. They ate them up. They ate them up. Because he said, KeKe, then let me. Some men, came to his defense. And honestly, I understand. But her butt cheeks was clapping in. They wasn't out, but they was clapping.
Y'all see this?
And he was initiating it, like, my baby mama got cake.
Y'all see this?
Cake. Okay, KeKe.
Y'all see this? Y'all see this work?
She done had that baby and got fine. Sorry, bruh. She gonna be like, I don't know this man. Sweetie said, not me, sir. Not my relationship. You're not gonna play with me or YG. She from the Bay. You're not gonna play with her, baby.
You ain't stopping what's going on with me.
Then KeKe responds with a mix of an old interview, which is low-key a bop. But you don't fight fire with fire.
You ain't stopping what's going on with me, sweetheart. So if you gon' act up,
look up. It's catchy. It's catchy. It's disrespectful, but it's catchy.
You ain't stopping what's going on with me, sweetheart.
My biggest issue with KeKe Palmer's response is this. Who asked for it? Girls, coordinate.
So if you gon' act up, I'm about to link up. If you gon' act up, I'm about to link up.
The message is already childish for our age. Coordinate. Get the dick. Don't fall, Sierra. Don't fall.
You ain't stopping what's going on with me, sweetheart.
My
so
goodness.
if you gon' act up, I'm about to link up.
In all seriousness, I said what I said for this reason. You don't let me rephrase that. Don't open the doors for others to disrespect your significant other. Like, it's all fun and games in the moment, but look at Usher. Breaking up happy homes and taking people's women's.
All right, now the celebrities, like I said, are showing up, showing out, acting out. Nally Nunn showing off her chin. It's just a lot going on. But today we're gonna talk about Miss Palmer, okay? Because she's definitely giving, but she understands her situation, and I feel like they're young, but they both know who they have. That man did not become jealous that day, right? If that's gonna be who you choose to be with, some things just aren't worth it. It's not worth the conversation. And if you want to do things a certain way, move on, because you miss KeKe Palmer. We know you don't need them. So you got this new booty, this new body, this new level of confidence from being a mother. Go handle your business, sis. We will not be mad. But what we're not going to do is drag that man for his opinion. Now, should he have put it on the internet? Absolutely not. You call your woman, you tell her how you feel. But we're not going to invalidate that man's feelings. Come on. Her booty cheeks was out. And it wasn't no beach. And it wasn't no booty shorts. That was a thong. And she had 2 arms. Like this. I don't see ever a reason to justify me being like this. And I have a husband at home. So, I'm not sure we were acting slow and dense in the comments. I think we understood what that man was saying. He just didn't say it properly. And he's young. That's okay. We get it. We get it. KeKe, keep being fine. And if you ready to have you a hot girl summer, a hot girl moment, my advice is to just do you outside of him, because I don't think he like it. You had him question, KeKe, do you love me? You had him worried, sis. Sometimes it ain't worth your household, you know, the peace within your household. But if you don't mind, I don't mind. Keep being fine. What I did think was hilarious, though, was this little tweet about if Usher was singing To My Woman. That tickled me so much. On top of that, The 5 Heartbeats is one of my favorite movies. I don't know why, but that tickled me to my core, honey. And I can't speak for KeKe Palmer's man, but baby, that's me. You want to pull a man on stage for a lap dance? Scoot over. I got that. I got that. I felt that in my spirit.
See, now we got Miss Sarah hopping on the train. I'm not even going to try to make y'all read that because it's going kind of fast. Mine's probably will too, but I'm going to give y'all a little bit of, I'm going to break it down. She mentally scarred. I don't know who this text is to, but she's saying she's been protecting him. These are Jonah's standards, plain and simple, straight to the point. Her apologizing. Mind you, this is like almost 2 years ago. KeKe didn't stir the pot. Telling her he respects her decision, but it's not for him. Now he's misogynistic and he make her sick. I don't know what nerdy dorky means. I'm a nerdy dorky, unaware, naive, idiot, socially. I agree with him. Those are your words, not mine. Wishing evil on him. Once again, stating his boundaries. This is high key, so embarrassing. Nobody asked for this, ma'am. Nobody. We didn't know. And I'm not saying you can't tell your story. However, he telling you what he wants. You either get on board or move on. It's very simple to me. He's literally stating his needs. And now he's emotionally abusive. And she's traumatic and he has trauma in it. Oh, Sarah, you are not the KeKe, do you love me?
Now, this situation with Jonas Hill's ex, I don't like bandwagon people. And I feel like she was riding on the wave of so many women supporting KeKe and just living in her truth and living out loud and doing what makes her happy, to like piggyback off of that to down Jonah. The difference is that man told you several times what his standards were and what he wanted. Nor did he ever tell you this is what you're gonna do. He said, I respect your decision. If this is not something you want, you can move around. He was like very communicative, which most men are not. But what we're not gonna do is, I'm not gonna let you talk about that man talking about some emotional abuse. I'm sure those conversations and text messages you shared from 2 years ago was also a verbal conversation at some point. We're not gonna use KeKe's situation, which was a little lighthearted, to drag that man down. And he was extremely respectful, understanding of, if that's not what you want, that's fine. But these are the standards for the woman I want in my life. Either you get into it or you move around. 100%. So I just didn't like that. And don't be riding the wave of our favorite cousin, because we don't even know you, really. You don't get to ride KeKe's wave. You move around. But I don't think Jonah did anything wrong. That's really how relationships should work. This is what I expect. These are my boundaries. Either you like it or you don't. And he never disrespected her. It was never like a, I pay your bills, you should do what I say. It was like a, this is what I would like. Can you adhere? And she agreed. I really feel like with the situation with KeKe, like I said, they should know each other. I have a feeling he kind of knew that side of her, but just didn't expect her to come out blazing. And she got all extra fine after the baby. Like, she was already fine, but she got extra fine. But in this situation, I feel like you agreed because you wanted to ride that money train. And when things fell apart or did not work out for you guys, allegedly, I'm not sure whether you together or not, you want to act like he's a narcissist and he's not a good person. That's not okay. I don't like it. Find something else to do.
Smells too, because I think yesterday was garbage day. I love to hear it. Kind of reminds me of New York a little bit.
Coaches are similar, right?
Yeah, and the smells too, because I think yesterday was garbage day. I love to hear it. Kind of reminds me of New York a little bit.
Coaches are similar, right?
Yeah, and the smells too, because I think yesterday was garbage day. I love to hear it. Kind of reminds me of New York a little bit.
Coaches are similar, right?
Yeah, and the smells too, because I think yesterday was garbage day. I love to hear it. Kind of reminds me of New York.
New Mexico, not the country of Mexico, but the state of New Mexico, which is located in the United States of America, meaning this could happen in Georgia, Oklahoma, California, Arizona. This is within our own country. This is highly irresponsible. In 2023, there should never be a case where there is accidental infection in any type of medical facility whatsoever. I don't care if it's plastic surgery. I don't care what your preference is. Women need to be natural. They need to love themselves. I don't care about any of that. In this country, something like this should no longer be a worry. It is not 1981, 82, or 83. It's 2023. This needs to be investigated for sure. I am very curious to get more stable information on whatever this particular clinic has to say about this. I'm very curious as to how this is a possibility in the times we are in now. Tragic.
Now, we've laughed and kikied. With this next story, I definitely would like to do a little bit more research, because I know that it's not necessarily spread the way a lot of people think it can be or is. However, if this is accurate, this is completely concerning and disheartening for something like this to be happening here. We are not a third world country. We have FDA regulations and laws. How could something like this happen in a situation where a business like that should be being completely regulated? And my heart goes out to the people who may have experienced their lives being completely changed in a situation where it was not expected. And I don't feel like blaming wanting to get things like surgery and Botox on the victim. But maybe those laws need to tighten up.
Scandal with Andrew Bates that was, I guess, he said that he was avoiding it because of the Hatch Act. I'm just asking again, can we just say once and for all whether or not the cocaine belonged to the Biden family?
So, a couple of things there.
I love black women, but listen to her not answer the question.
He mentioned the Hatch Act because the question was posed to him in using Donald Trump, and so he was trying to be very mindful. Okay, I hear you, but you're asking me a question, so I'm answering it for you.
Are you?
And so that's why he said the Hatch Act. So I would, have you read the transcript and read the transcript fully so you can see exactly what he was trying to say. But man, we don't have the transcript. So that's number one. So we're not avoiding the question. That is not true. We've answered this question, litigated this question for the last 2 days exhaustively. There has been some irresponsible reporting about the family, and so I got to call that out here. And I have been very clear. I was clear 2 days ago when talking about this over and over again as I was being asked a question. As you know, and media outlets reported this, the Biden family was not here. They were not here. They were at Camp David. They were not here Friday. They were not here Saturday.
So the cocaine was dropped Thursday.
They were not even here Monday. They came back on Tuesday. So to ask that question is actually incredibly irresponsible.
Okay.
And
listen, she did that. Okay, one thing black women know how to do is not answer a question. Be it at work, at home. If we want to evade some things, we will. She didn't get past me because I'm very aware of what she was doing. But that was funny to me. Because what we're not going to act like is, we know Biden's son, they had issues. And just because they weren't there doesn't mean it wasn't dropped before. And then they want to say it was in the tourist section. So you mean tell me the people that live in the White House, our president and his family don't walk around everywhere? Maybe, allegedly, the drug dealer in hand dropped it before it got where it was going. Now, here's the reality. If this was a regular job, the call center for AT&T, and they found some cocaine, sugar booger da dooger, everybody within that building would be drug tested. So I feel like the question if it came from the Biden family is not an unusual question given the situation. Like, come on. But sis, you tried it. I'm going to give you tried it. But we all have questions. And we all want some answers. Because right or wrong or indifferent, Biden ain't been doing everything we need to do. So we would like a little bit of clarity on this situation. Because all them falls and stuff, maybe, allegedly, possibly. We should look into this. We should look into this for sure. And don't be mad that we want to. It makes sense.
Me, or I don't see the surgery. I don't see the thousands of dollars. If I'm gonna risk my life, I'm gonna need all that, as much as possible, gone. It's giving, maybe I need to give it some time. I don't know. And I love Rolly. Like I said, I'm body positive. She was always a big, confident girl, besides her letting somebody throw them SpaghettiOs on Jerry Springer. But since she's been on Baddies, I love her. However, surgery's not cheap, and you popping out with a very similar body, and maybe it just takes time. I just feel like maybe the tummy reduction would have been a better start, and it would have allowed results to be seen, because it's still giving. It's just not as sloppy, but not much is different. You can get this with a waist trainer. I'm going to just say it. She could have got it with a waist trainer. Flat tummy tea. Does that still work? I don't know. I love you, Rolly. But it's giving, you're going to have to come up off a couple more bands, do a couple more seasons to get your desired result. That is so tragic.
I just wanna roll it with that dab wrench. I'm sorry, Rolly, I love you, but why you get all that surgery without your tummy tucked first? It's giving nothing. Like, you literally look like, you know how you can get those little water thingies, those water pills, and you can like kind of release some of the water that be on your stomach and your water weight. That's all we see. Now, allegedly, you was just homeless. So for you to even drop bags on surgery is understandable because of the career field and the industry you're in, but your ducks ain't even in a row. And then you done got these surgeries and your stomach is still big. I'm going to just say it. And I'm not judging, my stomach a little big too. I didn't have 4 kids. It's a little big too. But you ain't got your butt done, your back done, your chin done. Because you can be kind of thick and still have 2 chins. That's not even a big deal. It's the stomach for us, Rolly. Because you be wearing them little crop tops and stuff and everything is hanging. You should got a tummy tuck and a breast lift first. That alone would have changed so much about your look, even with the extra weight. And then here you is thinking you small all of a sudden and you look the same. I'm disappointed. Tragic.
The weaponizing of homosexuality is concerning to me. This man is having the time of his life, baby. The way he was raised, how he grew up, he never imagined he would be around these people. The legends he's saying, Kevin Hart, we seen old dude from Migos, Quavo, Saweetie X Boo Boo. He's having an amazing time. Now, I get why it's confusing to some of us because of how we grew up. And I'm going to be very honest. I don't want no man's grabbing my man's from the back in any capacity. Unless he's grieving and you holding that man up and that's just the position you ended up in. But we're not doing that. But that's a personal preference. I'm not going to assume my man is homosexual now because of it. It just happened. But the fact that in the comments, so much disrespect, so much telling him to come out the closet. Oh, we've been knowing he was doing this, he was doing that. Let that man live his life. And even if that is what he's choosing, as long as the woman he's with understands and knows, because I'm not with the down low, D low, none of that. Shawty low, none of it. Let them live their life. But I do think it's a weird flex to use homosexuality as a weapon. Imagine someone saying, look at their behavior. I knew it was black. I knew they were black. Like, obviously we can't compare the struggle, but do you hear how weird that sounds? And disrespectful. Let that man be happy. He had all 32 teeth shining. He was having a great time. But let's stop using it as a weapon. And it mainly happens in the community. It's not cute. It's not cute in any capacity. Let's stop with that. Like I said, personally, because of how I was raised in my environment, I don't want you yoking my man up like that. And he probably did wake up the next day after being inebriated and ask himself, did I really get hugged from the back by another man? Yes, you did, little baby. You did. And if that's what you like to do, that's your business. And if you're not okay with it, go ahead and call up Michael Rubin and let him know, hey, I don't do that. I'm not.
I need to work on my sex appeal. Y'all see I ain't got in. Y'all say I need to be more feminine.
You don't know,
so,
man.
Here goes nothing. I'm finna channel my inner Beyonce. You know, Sasha first.
Pop. This is what she originally did, but I'm gonna give her an A for effort compared to this. effort on this too.
I thought this little clip of Glorilla trying to channel her inner Beyonce. That was my jam growing up. I thought it was cute, and she's trying. But here's the reality. Everybody's not necessarily super sexy, and that's okay. Glorilla is who she is, and people that like her literally like her because of her style and her music. Like Coi Leray, she has like this femininity about her, but she's not like a Lotto. But we don't need a bunch of Lottos and Meg Thee Stallions. We don't need no more Nickies. Like, we have enough duplicates of them. I like that they're different. Don't let nobody do that to you again, ma'am, because that performance should not have happened. You need some good choreography. Call Tiana Taylor. That's what you need to do. If you try to channel your inner self and keep it real with your brand and who you are to your core, but channel a little bit of femininity, you need to reach out to Tiana Taylor. She's the queen at that. But I thought it was cute. You trying or whatever. You get an A for effort, for sure.